Hey everyone and welcome to the Learning Ladder. Today I've got a homeschool haul. Mostly it's for things for 7th grade or year 7, but there are a couple of things for this year. So the first thing is for this year, this is the CGP Living Planet book. It's for geography. We've used these in the past for history, and I thought I would give their geography one a try. Basically it's a 2-page spread for each activity, and then there is a corresponding page in the student workbook, double-sided, for them to do. So as I said, this is for geography, for Living Planet is the topic. We've got life on Earth, the blue planet, natural Earth, climate change. The next item is a PDF that I've purchased that I'm considering to do for science for 7th grade. So this is Guest Hollow's Junior Human Anatomy and Health Curriculum. This is for grades 3 through 8. I will be doing a flip through of this soon. They do have a sale on as well. So if you catch this video while their sale's on, it's 25% off. Okay, the next one is for 7th grade. This is a geography curriculum. So this is from Oxford. It's the first time I've ever seen this curriculum before. They do have a 1, a 2 and a 3 for year grades 7, 8 and 9. This is the topics in the year 7 book. So we've got Africa, Kenya, UK, maps and mapping, geography and you, and rivers and glaciers. So it's an interesting book. As I said, I've never seen this curriculum before. It's my first time having my eyes on it. I saw a couple of samples, but other than that, so basically you have all your information here, and then you have a your turn section with questions for you to answer. So I'll just flip through. Let's see, where we go to glaciers. So you've got all the information, and then you've got your turn section. So that's what it looks like. It does have a workbook that goes with it, and the topics are the same, but the questions are different than the your turn section. So it's a 2-page, no, just a 1-page spread actually for each one. Now I did actually purchase the answer key, which I'm sorely regretting now, because this is the answer key. It's just paper. Guess how much? Leave your comments below. But I will tell you, it was £33 for this. I was flabbergasted. But when it arrived, I was expecting a hardback book or even a softback book, but just paper for £33. That is insane. Anyway, the answers are not actually for your turn. They're just purely for the workbook. So I might actually return this because I think that is just insanely priced. But yes, not the rest of it, but just the answer book. Because I think that is just ridiculously priced. Okay, this is Ignite English 1. Again, they have a 1, a 2 and a 3 for year 7, 8 and 9. I just wanted to have a look at it. This is something that they use in some secondary schools here. I wanted to see what it was like. I did get it used, as I said, so I didn't have to purchase it. But in terms of table of contents, I don't think it actually... there we go. So we've got... Topic 1 is In Search of Adventure, The Identity Kit, Out of This World, The Traveller's Tales, Making the News, Your Language. And basically, this is what it looks like. You get your activities on the side. Obviously, there's more. This is just the intro, but let's look at the first one. So, the hero's journey, they're talking about, in this case, one of the James Bonds. There's some extract from the 7 Basic Plots, Why We Tell Stories by Christopher Booker. Then there are some questions for them to complete. Now, there is no answer key with this one. You just have to go with it, basically. There is a teacher one that you can purchase, but I think it's £110 or something ridiculous. But for the answer key, I think that's just insane. It obviously has more information in there for classroom teaching and so on, but I don't want to get the answer key for £105. But I think they're quite... I don't think you necessarily would have to have it, especially not at this level. So they do have SPAG, which is spelling, punctuation and grammar examples as well, or questions, activities throughout. Not too many though, because it's more concentrated on English. So in terms of writing, assignments and things, that's basically what Ignite 1 looks like. I will do a flip through of anything you'd like to see, so let me know. Okay, one of the options I'm considering for history. Again, there are 3 books for years 7, 8 and 9. This is Invasion, Plague and Murder. This is what, so it's from 1066. We've got Middle Ages, Norman Conquest, some Tudors, and it does have a teacher guide with it. Again, that is super expensive. I'm not getting it. It's 105, I think. But those are the other titles. So after you've done this one, you would go on to 1558 to 1901, and then Technology, War and Independence is 1901 to the present day. So the idea is you do 1 7, year 8, year 9, then obviously you do your GCSE course. I do like it visually, so it's definitely a contender, but I do have another one that I'm looking at as well, and that does actually have a free answer key with it, which is always helpful. Again, I mean, it's year 7, so you should well and truly be able to figure out the answer. It's just so much more convenient without having to read everything yourself. And, you know, it's not like when they're in grade 3 or grade 4 where it's short paragraphs. There's quite a lot of information that you'd have to read to go through to find the answers, but it's perfectly possible, and I'd much rather do that than spend £105 on an answer key. But it does look a really good option. But as I said, I'm going to get the next one that I've saw, and then I'll compare and I'll return whichever one I decided I want to go with. But that's what that one looks like. So it just has all the information. Then there's an over to you section for you to complete, and there's also a cause and consequence section, which is really important for part of the exams. Source and interpretation analysis. And then there is a quick knowledge quiz and a literary focus. And then you go on to write a narrative account, causation. So I do. Oh, those are arrows. I was thinking someone had written in that then. I was thinking for the price. I hope not. But no, it's just arrows. This was not used. This was new. And these books are pricey in terms of compared to other curriculum you might see out there. They're not the cheapest, but I think you can get them used as well. I just wanted to get this one new to make sure it wasn't written in or anything, but I don't see how it would be a problem to get it used, because there's nothing that you actually write in the book in, so no one in theory should have written in it if you do get one used. But it's always one of those risks, isn't it? I bought a book recently that was used and it was highlighted all over it, and in the description it never said anything like that, so it's just something to be careful of. And then there is an assessment. But anyway, let me know if you want to flip through before I return it. If I do, I'm very tempted to keep this one though, but as I said, I want to see the other one first. I might go that way. But these are all Key Stage 3, which is setting you up for Key Stage 4s, which is when you do your GCSEs here in England. The next one I got was Boost Your Vocabulary from Helen Prince, another Oxford one. This is again a 1, 2, 3 for year 7, 8 and 9. This is, I don't know whether I should have got 2, because the words don't seem particularly unusual, so I'm debating whether I should return and get 2. But basically it's split up into conflict and control, mood and tone, individual and society, and analysis and explanation. So it does have the word up here at the top, and it has all the information that you need, parts of speech and everything else. Some word knowledge here, where it came from. Have your say, understanding the meaning, so read the sentence and then rewrite an incorrect sentence with a more suitable alternative. We've got synonyms, and then a reading activity. So I'm just checking, because like I said, I've only just received this, so I haven't gone through it all yet, but I'm just checking if the activities are the same pretty much throughout. Oh no, this is a writing skills one, so there is some different difference in them. Oh no. Yeah, so basically your activity 3 is either writing or reading, it looks like. Although they do look different. Yeah, no, so it's not the same template throughout. There is a difference. Sorry, I literally just opened this myself, so you're looking at it with me. But yeah, that's interesting. I quite like the look of that one. I haven't decided yet, but so far so good. This was my last 6th grade one that I purchased. So I got the Rivers, CGP and the activity book. So again, this is Water and Rivers, a river in the UK, a river in Europe, a river in North America, a river in South America, the river and you. Again, it's 2-page spread. There are no answer keys in any of these CGB ones in terms of these ones, so just something to be aware of. However, the answers are usually always pretty much in the text, so it's not difficult to find, but just in case you're wanting something with an answer key. I don't know what it is about UK curriculum. They don't seem to put answer keys in hardly anything, which is bizarre. Well, I guess they just want you to buy the expensive teacher book that the classrooms use, but the thing is they could only need to buy one, don't they, for example, for several geography classes, and maybe copy or share, I don't know, but so then it doesn't seem as expensive. But for just as, you know, it's 105 is a lot for just an answer key. Okay, the next one I got is 100 Years of Poetry for Children. I thought this would be a good one. I did get this used, but it's in really good condition. So the poems are in categories. So we have mystery, animal, childhood, people, scenes, war, and love. Those are the categories. Yeah, I do really like that one. That was used, but it's in great condition. Okay, the next one I got was spelling, punctuation and grammar. Again, it's a 1, 2, 3, so year 7, 8, 9 scenario. It's quite misleading though, because I don't think this has got really much to do with spelling at all. So we've got quite a lot on grammar, some on punctuation, and a very small section on spelling. So this is what it looks like inside. You've got all the different parts of speech with different activities for them. And then similar with punctuation. And then the spelling to me is very small. Drawings, highlight and repeat. Cover right checks. It's not really, it's just giving a couple of techniques. Prefix, suffixes, silent letters, plurals. Yeah. I think it should really be grammar and punctuation. But anyway, I did get, there was an answer key for this one. So that's definitely under consideration as an add-on, not as a main curriculum, but just as a reference tool or something along those lines. Okay, the next one is Exploring Science 7. This is Pearson. This is another curriculum I'm considering for science for this year. So it does have all of them in. So we've got biology, chemistry and physics. It does have a free answer key. Yay. And basically it's split up in this way. So you get a page with questions on well, in this case, double page spread. So it kind of reminds me of Harcourt, very much so. You also get literacy and communication section, because that's one of the focuses of the curriculum, as well as science. So in terms of cross-curricular, bringing in other activities and other subjects, skills. I do like it's very visual. It does have some experiments in. Let's have a look at the one of the physics ones. There's the literacy and communication. See, it really reminds me of Harcourt, because they had something similar in terms of, it wasn't communication, I think it was literacy and writing or something. So it's very similar. And then it does have a lab book that you can get, 2 different ones depending on what like exam board you were thinking you might want to go with. So there's an AQA and there's an Edexcel one, and it does have the workbook pages for each experiment that you do. I don't know if the answer key covers the lab book or if it just covers the exploring science. I need to check, but either way, that's those. I did get both of the lab books because this was only £1, and they're identical, so the difference is not in the labs in terms of the syllabus. Okay, the next one is computing. Again, they actually have from 1. I've never heard of this curriculum before, so I'm really glad I found it. But they do actually start off in level 1, so if you do have younger kids, then you could get them started. But basically, it's as it suggests, computing. This is student book 7. It's got lots of different activities in for them to do, and they do have a teacher guide for each. I think they lump it together, so it's 1 through 4, I think. Don't quote me, 1 through 3 maybe, and then 4 to 6. I think that's it. Obviously, I got the 7, 8, 9. I managed to get this used, but it's in great condition. But it does actually look like it is useful. A useful teacher guide to have. But yes, I'm excited for this. So they get 2 in 7. So we've got the nature of technology, storing digital data, digital literacy, computational thinking, programming. They use Python. Multimedia, make a podcast, numbers and data, business data table. I was half tempted to get 6 because we could use it this year as well. We've still got enough of the year left that we could use it, but it's super expensive. So I'm thinking, yeah, we might just leave it for this year and just do 7 because I don't necessarily think we need it. You know, she's already on this level anyway, so I think we'll be fine. And the Python is an introduction, so if you've never done Python before, you'd still be okay to do 7. But we have been with Dragon Academy, but even if you hadn't, you would be fine because they start it off as an intro level. In the other levels, they use Scratch. So yeah, that's computing. Okay, so for French, I went with good old CGP. I love the CGP books. I use these myself, so they're still going around all this time, but I have to be careful because it has my special code at the beginning. Let me just check. Okay, because you can only use it once, and basically it allows you to download and have access to all the quizzes and extra things online, but you can only use it once. So be careful if you buy these used because you won't be able to access the digital stuff. So I did have to buy all these new. So we've got basic stuff: you, family and home, school and job, town, shopping, food and drink, free time, hobbies and transport, letters, weather, holidays and countries, grammar and phrases. So it does start off basic, because that was one of the things I was slightly concerned about. Is it going to start off at a higher level than what we're at? But it doesn't, so that's fine. I can't even turn the page, so all stuck together. Meeting and greeting. The body, health and illness, and so on. I like CGP as well because they'll always tell you kind of a joke or a funny little thing in them, and you know, when you're reading something that's not entirely always interesting, it just makes it more entertaining. But that's the study guide, and then I did get the workbook to go with. I believe it's a page. It looks like it at a time. So that's French. Okay, now the next ones I got are the revision and practice ones. They're for the whole of Key Stage 3, so it covers 7, 8 and 9. So I got English, spelling, punctuation and grammar, mathematics, higher level, and I got Key Stage 3 computing. I actually think I might get the history and science one as well because I really do like these. Okay, again, I'm just being careful not to show you my code. So we've got number, algebra, graphs, ratio, proportion and rates of change, geometry and measure, probability and statistics, and then it gives you an actual exam practice paper at the end as well. There are also QR codes for video solutions, and there's a quiz as well. But this is what it looks like. You don't need a separate workbook for this one because it gives you all the information, but it has actual questions in the book. At least it does with the English one. Am I talking absolute rubbish? Or, no, yes it does. Practice questions and more questions. And then you have the actual exam at the end. So that's the math one. Spelling, punctuation and grammar. Again, you've got... Oh, with this as well, you get knowledge organisers, which I'm so going to print off. I think, because when you purchase this, you get your code for the digital version as well, which I love. That you get both options, because if you want to print anything, I'm assuming you can print it from there. I'll find out anyway. But I'm definitely going to print off the knowledge organisers if you can. If not, I'll photocopy it, but it's so much easier to just print it. And then either laminate them or something along those lines for her, so she's always got them. So it's got a knowledge organiser for each thing, so that she can refer to them if she ever needs to. So all the spelling rules and so on. And then again, it does, these do have the answer key at the back, which are fantastic. And then I got the English one. Again, let me just check the code thing. Okay, so we have understanding fiction and non-fiction, reading and writing non-fiction, reading and writing fiction, Shakespeare, improving your writing, spoken language and exam practice. Again, there are some QR codes in these ones as well. That's what it looks like inside. Yeah, that's that one. That's everything in my haul today. Thanks so much for watching. Take care and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.